stone. Help me to break through.
What's going on, guys? My name is Ro and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be in Bus Simulator 21 as part of Travel and Transport episode 4. Got a few topics and I'm going to run quickly through what they are. And of course, feel free to skip forward. I will be time-stamping this video as well with a table of contents, of course. A few topics are what has changed since the vlog that I did back in California back in October. We've also got a big project that I've been working on, and I am going to announce what it was and all that jazz, all the juicy details there. Got a few new series coming to the channel. We've also got a continuance of a previously featured channel or series on the channel. Then what's to come of kind of future designs and stuff. I need to do this. Let's see. So we need this light on. Alrighty, so today we are going to be driving a Scania. I believe it's called Cityscape, I think, is the model. Doing a new route that I made a few weeks back, and I haven't really done it too much since. Going to be doing my best to keep to the timetable. Typically good about speed and whatnot. Of course, it's raining when I load in. That's nice. Looks like we got this stop coming up. This is the bus. Got a nice little livery on it. Scania Citywide, not Cityscape. Yeah, it's a nice bus. Very nice bus. Alright. Time to leave. And then I'll get started on these topics. Alright, so touching up on what was mentioned in the vlog that's going to be mentioned in this video, kind of a continuance of it. First things first, I'm the realist. Sorry. When I made that vlog, I was obviously in California. I was in Los Angeles on my 3rd week of training for a new job that I got. Still with that job. It's been amazing and stressful and just exciting, and I'm finally in a field that I've been wanting to be in, and it's awesome. And I'm still like super excited to actually have this job. It's great. I love it. I'm also still working part-time at the paint store, the Rada paint store. So it's kind of been hectic juggling my schedule and also being able to work on, you know, creative content and stuff like that. But a few things have changed since that video. As I mentioned in the video, I ordered a Apple M1 2020 Mac Mini. It's kind of a mouthful, so I'm just going to call it what the name of it is, which is Mac Ro, because it's a Mac and hi, I'm Ro. It's been great. You know, I was super excited. I was super stoked to get it. Obviously I hadn't had a chance to really use it yet since I was still in LA at the time of that video. And, yeah, that vlog was the first video to be edited on the new machine, and it handled it so well. It's been handling all my videos so well. Test recordings that never released, all that jazz. It's great. I love it. The fact that it's an M1, it's just, it's more powerful than your typical Mac. And it's got a nice feature on it. I mean, it's got a few extra features on it, but, my favorite feature, honestly, with it being an M1 is, the fact that I can AirPlay music from my phone to my Mac, which I have the audio routed through to my Go XLR mixer, which is then routing the audio into my PC. So I can actually kind of technically wirelessly listen to music through all of that from my phone to my head to my ears. It's great. Oh, come on. But yeah, the M1 has been awesome. Macro, as the name of it goes. But it's as exciting as that purchase was, it ended up not being the most exciting purchase. And I say purchase lightly, because what I actually ended up getting after that, I haven't announced on the channel, and that is the car. I bought a car, kind of. I paid for the title transfer and the towing fees, but yeah, I now have a car. It's great. I haven't really been able to drive it much because it does have some issues, and I've got some things to sort out before I can actually drive it. But yeah, it's a 1995 Mitsubishi 3000 GT SL. You know, it's a two-door coupe, very sporty. Made in America. It was actually the electric car company Rivian. They own the factory that the 3000 GT was built in. Funny enough. It's a great car. I've loved it since I got it. I've loved it since my dad got it in 2009. I've always wanted this car, and it's still crazy. I got it back in November, actually, not very long after I came back from California. And it's crazy. It's sitting in my driveway right now. I'll post a picture of it. It's not in the cleanest condition right now, just because it does need some love. You know, it's going to be a car that I'm going to be working on a little bit. But, you know, it runs, it purrs, it doesn't really have any significant issues. You know, it has a fairly new transmission, you know, new set of tires, new battery, all that. So it needs a new radiator hose, a lower radiator hose. It needs the front catalytic converter replaced. And then it's going to need a system flush and a few other things that are fairly minor as far as I'm aware. But yeah, like driving it around the block has no issue and all that. So I'm so excited still. I've had this car for 3 months now. And I'm still like in shock every time I see it in the driveway. It's great. I love it. I ended up naming, I was originally going to name the car Mishi, M-I-S-C-H-I, or no, M-I-S-H-I. I ended up not doing so, because I ended up naming it Michi, which, minor backstory here. The first person to ever call me Ro, I was like 10 years old. Her name was Michi. I was like, you know what? This is my first car. I gotta give it a nickname. It's only right. So, yeah. I don't know yet if I'm going to be doing a series on the car or anything like that. Like I said, there's not really too much that needs to be done with it. I kind of have it broken into 3 parts. The first one is like initial, like, you know, performance stuff. So, you know, or not necessarily performance, but mechanical issues being fixed. The second one is like getting it aesthetically kind of back in shape. And then the third one is just kind of like extras that I want to do to it. I'm not really planning on tuning it out or anything, doing anything super crazy to it. I want it to look clean. I want it to perform clean. I don't really need anything extra beyond that. Yeah. The new series, if it does happen, is going to be called Project Michi, and it is... If it is going to happen, it's going to happen sometime in April, I believe. So yeah, I'm still so excited. Yeah, moving on. I mentioned back in that vlog that there was a project that I was working on, a big project, and this is something that I haven't only mentioned in that vlog, but also mentioned in previous videos throughout 2021. And I've been kind of hush-hush about it, especially recently because I ended up not going through with the project. It kind of failed, and I figured I should at least say what it was and what I had planned for it, and all that. Essentially, it was a series of pre-recorded videos. It was going to be 30 videos, and it was going to release this year. Unfortunately, because of issues with that game, with that whole kind of the community behind it, issues with, you know, just there were so many compatibility issues, and I decided that it was in my best interest to move on, and that this would no longer be an issue for me. I would no longer let it affect me, take up my time, and just stress me out more and more. So yeah, it was going to be 30 episodes releasing throughout this year, and it was going to, I think, debut in March. And pretty much fill in the rest of the year once a week. And it was going to be the 4th and final season of San Andreas Law. Officially, that project is now dead in the water, and I have moved on. I've been well past it at this point. I can't continue doing it. I can't even apologize for it because, like, you guys didn't know it was going to happen anyway, right? So it's not like I took something from you or anything. But yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean the GTA 5 content is going to be gone, and it also doesn't mean that Law Enforcement RP is going to be gone either. I'm going to split that into two pieces here and say that San Andreas Life, which has been the GTA 5 other content, that is still on the channel roster, and it is going to remain on the channel roster for the remainder of this year. Our buddy Dan, he's been a part of Badfellas since the inauguration. He's been a good friend over the past few years. I think I've known him for almost 6 years. And yeah, no, he's got a new PC and everything, and we're gonna try and do some things, but we're also trying out other games, and that kind of moves me on to the new series that's gonna take the place of San Andreas Law. Like I said, Law Enforcement isn't gone. It's still gonna continue. And it's going to be one series to rule them all. Essentially in the same style that Travel&Transport took over, Worldwide Trucking, Worldwide Travel, and Worldwide Transit. Travel&Transport, it's kind of that nice big family, one series kind of deal. If you watch NBC shows, then you know that the One Chicago family is Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. With this new series, which is currently named The Law, it might be called something else later on. It's going to be that. So it's going to have Police Simulator, the new Police Simulator. I'm hoping to get some flashing lights in there as well. And I'm also going to add Ready or Not to the roster on that one, because you are police in that game. And I think that it might serve a good purpose being on that series rather than being a standalone, because we don't play it too much. It's very much like it's a tactical shooter. All right, it's not the Siege tactical shooter that you're used to seeing on the series or on the channel. You're used to like the run and gun kind of gung ho. It's quick to start, quick to finish kind of thing. But no, this one's methodical. It's strategy. It's, you have to be tactical. There's no way you can't be successful at this game. It is hard. Even on the easiest missions, it's hard. Especially when you don't communicate and all that. Let's see if I can get that ramp out for you. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it plopped down off the curb, so you're gonna have to drop down the curb to use the ramp anyway, but sorry, ma'am. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a new series. I don't know exactly when it's gonna start. I've been having issues trying to record Police Simulator specifically. Police Simulator is just a police simulator made by the developers Astragon, who, if you have not seen on the channel before, that's a lie, because this game, Bus Simulator 21, is from Astragon. Behind a lot of games, so I'm sure they've made an appearance prior to the Bus Sims on this. I could be wrong. I have no idea. But yeah, they have a nice big catalog of games, and Police Simulator is gonna be part of that big series. So yeah, moving on, another new series. This one actually got mentioned back in the original Travel and Transport video back 9 months ago, 10 months ago, something like that. It's been a while. But unfortunately things went wrong in life and on the channel, and I ended up taking that break, and I went to LA, but that series at the time, I called it Subliminal, which was wrong, and I knew that in editing. I just didn't actually correct that. The game is called Superliminal. It's a 3 to 4 hour, I believe, playthrough in total. No breaks. So I'm probably gonna still try and make that happen as a mini-series on the channel, just as a filler until other things show up. I have another series in mind for later on throughout the year. Right now doesn't make sense to do it, so I'm not going to. But with Superliminal, it's a pretty cool game. It's a nice story, and again, it's fairly short, so it's only gonna be like a few episodes, maybe 8 in total, if I had to guess. And yeah, it's a game that I enjoyed. I bought it on Valentine's in 2021, I think. And it's been a nice game, and I enjoyed it, and I want to bring that content to the channel. It's just a matter of scheduling that properly so that I can do so. But yeah, look forward to seeing that on the channel. Does this lady? No. Okay. Oh, we're good. Next up, we have the upcoming graphic design update under the Vectro name, titled Vectro V9, or as the official title goes, Flominel's Final Voyage. It's going to obviously be the last update with Flominel on it, officially. I've known that this day was going to come. There's some good reasoning behind why I'm kind of making this move. Essentially, as a graphic designer for a majority of my life, ever since I started making, the original Vectro Fox and all that, I have been kind of just using the same general design concepts. I'll just work on a new design based on the previous design, and so I need to snap out of that habit. Don't get me wrong, I love having Flominel on the channel and everything, and in my logo and all that, but I think that by forcing myself to stop using Flominel, it forces myself to find a new way to be creative and really just come up with something new and fresh. Of course it's blocked by something. I think it's blocked by a person, actually, so let's move forward a little. There we go. There we go. Parking to perfection. Nobody says that, ma'am. But yeah, it's the last planned update featuring Flominel. Flominel might appear in the following update, but not updated. I'm not quite sure how I want to proceed with this, but yeah, that update is coming fairly soon. I'm gonna focus solely on Flominel itself and giving it a good send-off. I'm not focusing on the Vectro lettering at all. I'm not updating it. It's gonna stay the same this update. last time I made that move was from version 4, I want to say, to version 5, something like that. I used a font and then I just didn't change that. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting move here. Following that update, which, like I said, coming soon, that update is going to last the remainder of the year. I'm going to be working on it, releasing, you know, new stuff. I'm also considering merch on that one. But we'll see. Following that will be Vectro 10. Not V10. Not the number 10. It's going to be Vectro X. Vectro Dash X, actually, technically. I'm not stopping here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna kind of use that update as a chance to start new. It could be a rebrand. It could be... there could be a replacement for Flominel on that one. There could not be. It could not be a rebrand. What is gonna change, for sure, is the Vectro part of it. It's also going to change in a way that hasn't been done before with my designs, how I've released them at least once a year. Originally, when I first started releasing these graphic design projects, they were semi-annually, kind of, I think. Like, I released the initial Vectro logo in June of 2015, and then the next update came out in, like, January of 2016, which was kind of an odd one. This time it's gonna be part of a new release schedule. And it's not a release schedule that some people might like. It's also a release schedule that some people might like. It's going to release on New Year's 2023. That is set in concrete. But following that, the next version is not going to release until 2025. It's going to be part of a biannual schedule. New Year's every other year. Seems like a fairly easy one. It gives me a chance to take time away from graphic design and not focus on it so much. That also gives me more of an opportunity to brainstorm on how to improve and practice instead of being on this kind of odd schedule of releasing a new design every year, which I think is stupid that I've been doing it this way for so long. But yeah, it's going to be interesting moving forward with my designs. And, you know, I'm also wanting to put more focus on YouTube. I also want to put focus on, you know, learning music production and all that. So there's going to be some changes on the channel. There's going to be some changes on how I handle my creative process. I'm hoping a lot more videos this year than last year. Because last year was pathetic. It was... I mean, yes, I took a lot of time last year to focus on mental health, which was much needed. I'm not going to deny that at all. And I'm not also going to say that it was for bad intention. It was, you know, I was having a rough time last year, and I needed to kind of figure some things out. Move on from things and all that. Especially back in April, things got really bad. And I never really addressed those on the channel. I'm also not going to address those now. I'm just going to say that some things happened and I couldn't really be a creator. I couldn't do YouTube videos. I was going through some shit. But yeah, we Gucci, as the kids say. We are Gucci. You know, I find it really weird. The bus stop is here. I'm parked in the right spot. But on the map, the bus stop is up there. Like, I actually don't remember how to look. Oh, hey. There. I don't know where that middle dot is. That middle dot is tiny, by the way. It's like 1 pixel, so I'm probably gonna just put something there. But, yeah. It's, odd. Very odd. Also, this is just a weird place to have a bus stop. I'm on a dock. This thing is heavy. I don't trust this. Like, we're on stilts right now. That are probably made of wood. I'm just saying. I'm uncomfortable. I don't think there is anything else to cover. I could have sworn. Okay, so I did a test recording yesterday. And found out some problems, and that's why I'm re-recording. There was another topic after all these topics, and I don't remember what it was. Huh. Alrighty, well, I definitely can't remember what that topic was, so I think I'm gonna call it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Travel and Transport. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below.
Strange people look when they pretend their dogs can understand.
Ma'am, you had to wait until I was talking to talk, you know? There was that nice moment of silence, and then you just blabbered over what I was saying. I appreciate it. Alrighty, well, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below if you have suggestions or feedback, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date. You can also join the Discord. That is discord.gg/Vectro. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, my name is Ro. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.